All right, it's exactly 11 a.m. Nigerian time, and I'm going to first of all check who are with us online. I'll be showing this via my screen just to try to avoid a bad network. I hope this will help us. Else, I will have shown myself on the other side by using the videos. But I guess sometimes when you use audio alone, it the network work better when you use an audio alone. So that is why I really want to do this like this, so that we will have a smooth running of this. So I would like you to indicate in the chat box if you are here with us. Anybody that already in, I would like you to indicate in the chat box. So let me know if you are in. Let me know if you are with me this morning. Indicate in the chat box if you are already with me here on the link. And I would like to also know if you can hear me clearly. Oh, I'm here. Thank you. Your name is writing OO. Will I know OO? Right? You can see my screen clearly. That's very, very good. Thank you for that. I won't take much of your time at all. It's strictly to the point. And for every other person that want to get started with essential business, as the case study which I mentioned here earlier, you will need to send me a message on my WhatsApp as well, and we move on from that. But this is what each and every one of us need to start thinking about right now. Sadiq is here too. Thank you for joining, Sadiq. I see you. All right. So since everybody can see my screen, once again, my name is Sheyi Omotunde. For those who don't know me, right? I'm a digital skills trainer. I'm an IT entrepreneur. So I will start the training immediately. Okay. So basically, this is what we are here to discuss today: how to thrive during and after recession. So I'm calling it recession already because it's so clear, it's so glaring already that immediately after this COVID-19, I'm not sure most of the economic, especially in Africa, even in the developed country, will be able to survive what the economy has mixed already in this time. Billions and trillions of dollars have already lost to this pandemic. So right now, we have been in this route, not in the case of COVID or Ebola. In 2014, 2015, Nigeria actually plugged into a great recession, which saw the likes of major corporations in Nigeria laying off their staff. They have an acronym for that they call it a slang like that. They call it they are shedding fat, especially in the banking industry. They are shedding fat. And I believe that you don't want to be part of this number. So if you drop your comment, if you have any question, if you drop a comment, I will see it as well, because I have the comment beside here. So for each and every one of us, especially those of you that are joining this call right now, not to be part of the number, that is one of the reasons I'm coming up with this. And I will start with my personal story. So during this 2014, 2015, I'm into web hosting company, Best Hosting Service, which is www.software.com.ng, where I sell server related services to company where they keep their website, their emails, the web security, and the rest. So that time, all the Nigerian banks, even if you have money in your account, there's a particular quota that you can spend maximum in a month from your whole money. So you got to a point that it's only GT Bank that allow people to use card online, and the maximum you can spend for a month is $100, which will not be enough for most of us to pay for our server and abroad. How do I get through that? So I started some affiliate marketing, some online business generally those times. Okay, as at 2014, 2015. But this time around, I'm not discussing affiliate. I'm not here to discuss affiliate marketing or other CPA, pay-per-click, advertising, or whatever online for you. What we have to discuss right here in the next 20, a maximum 30 minutes is how to thrive during this section. And the highlight of what we are going to discuss this morning, I said we are going to take a look at how COVID-19 is already affecting businesses and the future ahead. Future ahead is some companies right now are already, they are already in action. So they are still working. For example, now a company that are already using CRM, companies that are already using ERP, companies that are already digitalized before this COVID-19 will not really have so much to be afraid or lose during this time when it has to do with their business. They are not going to be badly affected by those companies that are not ready at all. And the only thing that might affect them is maybe they are unable to get payments by their clients, which are badly affected by this pandemic, right? So we are going to proceed from there to how you can position yourself to win during and after this COVID-19, and also how to start and sustain essential service during and after this COVID-19. We all know that essential services are those services that are legislated by the government to operate during this pandemic, meaning pandemic have nothing to do with our services. Services like food, services like health, services like hospital, pharmacy, logistic companies, right? And some other things which I cannot mention right now. They are all under essential services. So we are going to see what you can do and how you can actually help yourself during this time and after, because it's so clear that after this, a lot of companies are going to lay off their staff. Some companies have started paying half salary right now. So, and I don't blame them. When you don't have money to pay, you don't want to be accruing debt. So most of these companies, not that they want to willingly lay off their staff, but they don't have the power for it. They don't have the financial capacity to be able to take that as a result of loss. This is a big loss, and we are going to be seeing it in my next slide as we begin. Yeah. So how COVID-19 affects businesses, not only Nigeria, around the world. Okay, basically around the world, basically we might not we might not really have data in Africa. Okay, but I'm going to show you some data in other countries, and the reason being that we don't have any central database. I want to check why I have this okay, this line here. Like, I don't really want any line, so I don't know what I actually click to give that. So let me take care of this. I hope you guys are seeing one red line like that. Let me see if it's moved to the next line too. Oh, it's there too. What is that? Okay. So let me quickly figure out how to remove this line. Okay. What's that? I didn't actually use. Okay, somebody is sending message here. Yeah, so I want to see how to remove that red line. Thank you. Which is not actually supposed to be here. I don't know what I actually click really. And select to is not showing here. Okay, let me do as if. Let me exit this from screen now and undo. Okay, so please let me get rid of this first quickly. It won't take me any minute. Maybe I mistakenly click something here. I don't know. No, apply. Playing. Alright, so that's no problem. Let me stop the screen and share it again, because I'm very sure that I didn't do anything like that. So I'm doing this again. Oh, better. So I'll move on right now. Okay, slide. So let's see how COVID-19 affected businesses around the world. So like I said earlier, I said we don't have data here. That's why most time we don't have this kind of number. But it's so glaring that right now, a lot of fast food restaurants are not opening in Nigeria. We don't know the number. We don't know what has happened to them. But in US, according to National Restaurant Association, 3% of their businesses are permanently closed, while 70% have already laid off their workforce. That's how bad it is. So we might not have this data right here in Nigeria, but that doesn't mean that it's not happening here in Africa and other countries that we don't have this kind of data, right? So that is how bad this is. That is how businesses are suffering from this. Even hotels, who is ready to go to an hotel right now when we are talking about social distancing, right? Again, 70 47 million jobs might be lost in the next quarter. I think I have the source somewhere at the bottom here, and I will check it. These are according to the report from the US. Then again, this is how this pandemic is actually affecting businesses, economic, and the way we live around the world. Then this should be from Time, okay, time.com. This is from time.com. In the last 3 weeks, just in United States of America, 16.8 million Americans filed unemployment. So like here now, this is already with us. Nobody care whether some people are employed or not employed. We just know that there's massive unemployment in Africa, in Nigeria, but we don't have the exact number. Even some of the number they are giving out, some people believe that those numbers are already consensus number. Okay, this is, but from here we can see what is happening in the company, in the countries, I mean, that have a system to monitor all this data. Then again, as a point when this pandemic started, COVID-19, coronavirus, when it gets started, some of us heard the news how toilet paper is something that is now most sorted after, right? In United States, that there's no shelf in supermarket, Walmart, and every other place. They exhausted everything that they have in stock. This might not happen in Nigeria because it's not all of us that use toilet paper. Some of us are cool with water. Water is okay. Even if you're in a rural area, you can do short puts. So this might not be our own. But what is the sense? What am I trying to bring out from here? Is simply the reason why Walmart could be able to survive this. Walmart could be able to be in the business, or anybody that's in business of tissue, is because these are essential services. So if you are selling tissue in that kind of environment, that kind of country, that kind of region like America right now, you are in real time essential services, which simply means either coronavirus or not, you still be in business. So are you currently in business with the kind of things that you are doing, your business, with your job, even your side hustle? Is your side hustle still standing during this coronavirus? Personally, I have like multiple stream of income, but more than 3 of them is already out during this coronavirus. I'm left with like 4 of this. And what's the reason? These are businesses that are built online over the years, not 3 years, not 4 years. That it's not actually part of the essential services that the government legislated, but that there are things that people cannot do without. Even if it's the last card, they will still pay for such services. Example is a company that have a staff strength of 100, a staff strength of 50, even 20, that all their corresponding, all their businesses depend on email services, would not want to allow their website to be off at this time. They will not want to allow, even their website can be off, will not want to allow their email, which is the major means of communication, right, to be off during this time. And that is where our software comes in. And I want to ask you now, do you also have an essential services? And apart from that, I have other essential services as well, which I'm going to give you one of them if you are ready to move with it this morning. Then again, from time.com, you can check this. Vitamin sales increased by 93% year over in the March, just March, because that is the epic of coronavirus, right? That's the peak period of coronavirus that everybody got to know. That's the starting point for the lockdown and so on, like that. So vitamin sales, people that don't really think about their health, that don't really think about what they eat, that don't really think about what they take in, are now looking for things that have to do with vitamin. People are looking for immune booster kind of products. People are looking for things that can sustain themselves and the rest. Before, if you are in Nigeria and you want to explain what is vitamin, why people need to, I think this yellow is not too bad. I will not stop this again. Why people need to why people need to use supplements or some vitamins like that, like for what? But now everybody know what immune system is, and people are looking for such thing all around the web, right? So here now, what does this mean for you? Will you be left behind during and or after COVID-19? Because COVID-19 might plug a lot of countries into recession. And in recession, with the man with the cash is the king. Will you be among the people that will be begging all around? Will you be among the people that will be with the cash to sustain their businesses, their lives, their family, and every other thing that they are into? The answer is best with you, right? So again, let's move into how to you can position yourself, okay, during and after this. And how do you position yourself? From what I said, the case study is to start essential services business. So some of you might be thinking of, I'm not the medical doctor, I don't have a logistic business, I'm not in military, I'm not a policeman, because all these falls other essential services. I'm not a pharmacist, right? You might be asking yourself all this, but there is a field you can play in, which is also essential services, right? That you can still do business and make money during this time and after. The reason why I keep on saying after is after some might not be able to earn from the current business that they are earning money from, or the current job that is paying them before the coronavirus. Some might not be able to recover from this after the coronavirus, and that is why you need to start learning, gather knowledge in order to earn after coronavirus. All right, so let's move on quickly. So you now know that you need to start essential service business, and you don't necessarily need to be a medical doctor, you don't need to be in military, you don't need to be a pharmacist, you don't need to be in logistic business. So let's move on right now. So what is essential service? I think I've explained so much more about it. Essential services are basically services that have been legislated by the government to operate during this pandemic and even before and after. So services like those things that I mentioned, like doctor, military, and so on, like that logistic company. That's why you see most of the logistic companies, they are still running ads across the digital media right now that they can deliver your product because they are under essential services business. People that are into import and export, because most of these things are cross-border business, their business is down right now. What do you want to import from China right now? No way. So you need to start thinking of what you can do within your country, and it's also essential services. All right, we are getting into it. So, how do you get started with essential service of startup? Why did I call it essential services startup? Essential services startup because you know how many years it is to be a medical doctor. You know how many years it is an experience to be um, a pharmacist. You know how many years it's going to take you military training, school, to be in that police or military. You know what is going to take you, how much it's going to cost you to start your own logistics firm. And if anyone wants to start a logistics firm right now, you cannot you cannot operate a logistics business apart from your cars, your motorcycle, and the rest without having a website and mobile app. You know how much dollars all those things cost, which are not even readily might not even readily available right now. So that's why we call it startup, because it's something that you can start with as low as less than $100. So when I say less than $100, it simply means in Nigeria less than 25,000 naira. $100 right now, if I'm right, because some banks are already selling dollar at a rate of 400 right now. That would be like 40k. But this is the business you can start with less than 25,000 naira in Nigeria. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so essential services business startup, which is neolife startup. Neolife startup. And I will explain how this is going to fit into you right now. Neolife startup, like I said, is less than $100. Then you are not a medical doctor. Then in the next slide, I'm going to explain all what is this. So what is Neolife startups? So Neolife startup is like a tech startup. Okay, it's like a tech startup but with nutrition. Why did I say it's like a tech startup? Because everything is virtually remotely. Everything is virtually online. There's no face-to-face, which simply means social distancing is taken care of. Delivery of products and services is not your problem. So you see a chart where I'm going to. So like I said, I've already mentioned this. Instead of raising dollars, hundreds of dollars, just less than $100, you need it. So neolife startups make essential services business accessible to everyone around the world. So with neolife startups, you have the products ready for you. Infrastructure, what do I mean by infrastructure? The warehouse, the logistic, the website, the mobile app, and the finance is also ready for you. You will get to know much about it in the last slide. My last slide explains everything that you need, which is already provided for you. Like I said, if you want to start a logistic business right now, you need a website. You will also need a mobile app, and you know how much that will cost you. We are not talking that alone. We are not talking of 10 million naira in naira to get started with that kind of logistic firm. How much are you going to pay a developer alone to develop app for both Android and iOS, having a standard website, setting up the business? How much of the time is going to take for you? But with this new life startup, you don't have to be a medical doctor. You don't have to be anything under this essential service. That's what I said. Some of these essential services, there are other services that are online that you don't even have to be a doctor, pharmacy, military, logistic firm, and so on. So what happened with no life startups? The company at the new life startup, you are going to immediately you get started with business. You are going to have a website for yourself, a website already developed by the new life. This website is loaded with all the products, essential products. Remember how many percentage that I said the people that are looking for vitamins increase in the last 1 month? People are looking for this. Are you positioning yourself to cash out in this? We are not saying to cash out as a result of this pandemic alone. Even after, there are people that are so conscious about their health, especially the female counterparts. Men, most times we neglect our health. We overlook a lot of things until we break them. But female, they don't joke with that. I know how much I've already made in this business. I've been in this business for long. I don't mention this because I do everything online. Maybe some of you are hearing this for the first time. I've been in this for more than 2 years. Maybe some of you are just hearing this from me for the first time, especially some of you that knows me from Facebook and every other point we have met. Because I do everything strictly online. The company, like I said, have a website developed for you, loaded with all the products. One, when people buy from your website, you get your commission instantly. The company has already built again 2 mobile apps, as you can see, TNM app. Okay, for you are in the middle here. Already built the 2 mobile app for free for you, for free. You are not paying a dime for the app. You are not paying a dime for the website. You are not renewing any of the services. Do you get that? The marketing platform is also ready for you. When people, all you have to do is to take traffic. Somebody is sending me a message. Let me quickly check that. I want to see who is sending a message. Oh, thank you. Leko Isha will say you are excellently good. Okay, I've seen the red line. There's yellow line now, but I don't want to mind the yellow line since you guys can see very well. Okay, there's no. So I have Loretta, I have Tolu Ajayi, I have Mr. Majid. Okay, all right. So let me go back to my slide. So as I was saying, oh no, I will need to minimize the charts. I just checked the charts. I need to minimize it so that it will not distract me. Okay, like I said, the company already provide the website for you. You don't need to be renewing the website. I'm a web developer. I have an hosting company. I know what it is to build this kind of website. I know what it is to build app. I know what it's going to cost you personally to get this, but the company have already made this ready for you. All you have to do is to leverage on the website, okay? To leverage on the website to do traffic. And if you are ready to take up with this, I'm here. I have already documented 36 videos on YouTube exclusively for this, for people that are ready to thrive during and after COVID-19. You don't need to talk to your family, your friend. Everything is strictly online. It's virtual, as I told you. Apart from the fact that the company provided you a website, the company provided you with the app, the company provided you with the IT services. When people land on your product page, they place order. Right, when they place order, the company already partner with FedEx, which is also part of essential services. FedEx take the product and deliver anywhere worldwide. FedEx is a worldwide logistic company. FedEx take the product and deliver anywhere worldwide. In Nigeria, for example, if you are in Lagos, if you are in Abuja, if you are in Port Harcourt, if you are in Owerri, anywhere you are, Once people place order for your website, the company see the order, they transfer it to the FedEx. FedEx go to the company because this is an health aspect which is part of essential services. FedEx is logistic, is part of essential services. FedEx go to the company to pick up the product and deliver to you. And you, without leaving your house on your phone, you are just tracking with your mobile app who have placed the order. You are just tracking on the mobile app how much you have made in a day, in a week, in a month, and the company pay you all this commission back monthly. I will need to check. Somebody is sending me a message, so let me see who is that. Okay, Mr. Moji, thank you. SNS startup idea. All edit take off. Just serve. That is just the point. All edit takes off. Thank you for telling me, for reminding me of that. All edit simply means you don't have to actually think of okay, did I need to go to God is good? Do I need to give you to the boss to deliver? No, just on your mobile app, just on the website, people, you just need to track, because on your page it's customized with your name, it's customized with your social media ID link, it's also customized with your phone number, which simply means when somebody is on your page to buy something, they can actually call you and you respond to them on WhatsApp. And WhatsApp is a very good platform to run this kind of business right now, because people find it more comfortable to chat with you, to discuss with you on WhatsApp. I'm a digital marketer by profession. I started my career as a web developer. So I don't know why I would know. I'm just looking like, okay, why will I know all this and I will not be able to leverage on this? So either you're a digital marketer or not, if either you know anything about internet or social media or not, like I said, I have already documented 36 videos that are going to take you hand in hand on how to promote this without leaving your house, without telling anybody to do this and do that. You might have heard about this business before, the way some other guys do it. I'm a very busy person. So I live, I sleep on my phone and on my laptop. So I don't have that time. So some people might be doing it in a certain way. This is the way to do it in 2020, should the case you don't know. So like I said, you are going to have a full-time nutrition website startup loaded for you with the app. I'm not going to talk about much of this. If you want to get to know more about this, DM me after this training. I've talked so much more about this. Like I said, and the aim of all this, if we have started following this before, it wouldn't have been like this. The aim at the end is to end the trend of poor health and poverty. It's to end the trend of poor wellness and poverty. If a lot of us have been actually doing this before, we might not even find ourselves in this kind of situation where people are now rushing to get immune system, immune booster product, because all this already, but we don't count it. Once we eat our apple fufu, we are good. Once we eat our apple and fufu. All right. So the company is into wellness products. You can see the sample of wellness products. Okay. And like I said, this is what I need to tell you on how to leverage before and after. You have to decide to do something right now. Some will be saying, I've heard some people that say after COVID-19. After COVID-19 might not even as convenient as it is right now. Because if you cannot put hand in the pocket and bring out money from your pocket after COVID-19, it's very hard. Even if you are willing to do, but you don't have the cash, you don't have how to get started. So do something today that your future self will thank you for. I'm able to tell you all this because I started a web hosting company sometime around 2012, and I have hundreds of clients that no matter what the COVID is, except they want to get out of the business after the COVID-19, and I'm very sure most of them will not want to lose their data. They are listed on this website. That is an essential services. There's online payment, so nobody needs to go to the bank. There's bank transfer. Everything is actually virtual right now. Before the COVID-19, I signed up with Stanbic Bank for a corporate account. They do the onboarding, everything for me online. Those are the companies that are ready for a time like this, right? So once again, my name is Sheyi Omotunde. My WhatsApp, if you want to DM me, is 26298030. Neolife Startup. Uh, you can also get started from neolifestartup.com. And just a matter of, I will stop this screen right now, just for you to also see and get to know who is here again. Mr. Moji, thank you. Mr. Uh, Mr. Lekon Ishao, thank you. So I will quickly stop this screen and show you exactly just one or two in 1 minute. Yeah, if the internet will favor us, in 1 minute, how I do this kind of a marketing. For example, now I want to share my stop the screen, share a new screen browser. I'm sharing Chrome to you right now. I hope you can see it. So, for example, now people know the company as Neolife. So, Neolife products. Some other people know the company as uh, GNLD, but I bet you none of you have ever had it such a way. You can see my number here. I know how much I've made from this ads. This ad cost me less than $30. $30 is just like 12,000 naira in a month, and I know what it is. And I will never. This is another person that is also taking advantage of it, right? Inside COVID-19, I'm spending like $30 on this. I'm spending that $30 because I know what it's giving me is much more than that, right? Some people also know the business as GNLD, so they ask for this because they know that they need it right now. Most times before, it's very hard to explain this to people, but people are looking for this big time right now. If I should connect my WhatsApp, you will see so much request for this product. So guys, I want to thank you all for showing up this money, for being part of this essential business opportunity. So if you are ready to take charge of this, the recording video will be available. So if you need it, I will give it to everybody that need it. And some people that are already unable to join this, I'm also upload the video for them. So if you want to take action, if you want to get started, if you want me to teach you how to also market, if you want to, like I said, I'm a digital marketer, I'm available for you. Thank you everybody for joining me this morning. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Loretta. Loretta is becoming a good friend right now. Loretta is from Owerri, so she attended my class in the last 3 days on add active to WhatsApp. Tolu Ajayi is a prestige. He works with Thank You Cash, an IT company as well. Mr. Moji, thank you for joining. Ladoski, thank you for joining. Lekon Ishao from Ibadan, thank you for joining. Mr. Mojid from Kwara, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Bye for now. So if you have any question, you can DM me on WhatsApp.